Today we're going to review the 6 reasons why startups are stuck up. Why the ball is not rolling. This is a very common question that a lot of people ask. A very common question that a lot of people, especially young people, or professors, or engineers, anyone who wants to start up, will face this question pretty soon. The question is, nothing is happening automatically. How do I start? Do I go to Kickstarter or do I do random cold calls? How do I do it? Well, I reviewed the 6 major reasons why people are stuck. And I will review them very quickly today. Number 1 reason is that starting a business is a full-time business. Many people don't want to quit their jobs. They think that they can keep 2 balls in the air. Well, it's not so easy, especially if you have not had any business experience. Okay? It is like trying to have 2 wives when you have never got married. It's difficult. It's a fantasy dream. So for a lot of people who are asking, why is my ball not rolling? I have heard so many stories of fast rolling balls, IPOs, riches, Elon Musk's. Why is my ball not rolling? It's a perfectly nice little ball that I just made. Well, I'll explain to you. The number 1 reason is that you haven't quit your job yet. I mentioned that a lot of people, when they go to a driving school, the first thing that they learn is how to put the car in gears. But unfortunately, for 2 very important things in life, marriage and startup, there's no textbooks, there's no schools. Most of the people reading textbooks on startups is just like reading a manual of a car. It doesn't teach you how to drive. And a lot of people who have started their business, they take their first jump. The first dive when you become an entrepreneur is to take the risk. The risk is not to have a stable salary. Number 2 reason why a lot of people's balls are stuck, the startup ball is stuck, is because they think about the company first. They think about how to organize a company, whereas really the most important thing is to conduct business in the marketplace. The market is the only place where people will give you money. We have the gig economy, we have the social networking, so potentially a lot of people can get paid by friends outside in the market, but that's not a steady stream of income. That's not going to support you. If you make a little product and you make 1 or 2 sales by a friend that you know, that's about it. It will never scale up. I mentioned business is defined in 2 ways. One is to make a living. One is to make money by selling profitable products. A lot of people, when they talk about startups, they're really talking about making a living. I try not to help those kind of people because they're just trying to shy away from their responsibility of getting a job. But the vast majority of people who have deep questions is, how do I get my startup going? Well, if you keep on thinking about the company, then you're thinking it wrong. Just like this girl who's always looking at, why is the ball not rolling? Well, the ball is not rolling because the ground is flat. It's very simple. Many people, especially young people or inexperienced professors, they try to get likes. Okay? What you really need to find is your first sale, is to find what people like to pay you. This is a real like a startup people needs to find. And just because you have a company doesn't mean that people will pay you. Many people find it the hard way. And you have seen a lot of other people succeed. You have seen balls rolling everywhere, but your ball is not rolling. That's the reason. Number 3 reason why people are stuck in the neutral position is they keep on thinking that somehow they're special. Okay? I'm the son of an immigrant in New York. I'm special. I am a 11th grader. I can code pretty well. I'm special. I'm a professor. I'm special. People keep on thinking I'm special. And there has to be a special VIP seat in the startup train for me. Well, there is none. When you start up, you start at absolutely ground zero. You start in the gutter. If you are a professor at MIT and you want to start a restaurant, you are the busboy for the first day. You don't get any better assignments because probably your attitude is off. All right, here's a bad example. In the United States, we are all, to some extent, brainwashed by this fantasy of garage to riches. We think that garages are populated by smart people somehow, and they find hidden needs. They discover hidden needs. They think about hidden needs, like jobs or whatever, and they form a company, and gradually sales come, and they somehow get rich. Again, this is by assuming you have a VIP seat. Just because you're Stanford or MIT or Harvard or Caltech, doesn't matter. Number 4 reason why people are stuck in neutral gear is that they keep on wanting to make money. So every time they go talk to people, they want to ask for money. Well, they don't know that it takes money to make money. It takes $10 to make $1. You see all these big companies, they make a lot of money, but they also pay a lot of money. The reason that the companies are called rich is because they scaled up their operation. They sell hundreds of millions of cell phones on a yearly basis. That's how if you make just 1 cent from each phone, the company is going to be rich. The CEO is going to be rich. The owner is going to be rich. But the owners are paying a lot. Don't just look at people making money. Think about how much they pay. So a lot of people just want to make money. Well, nobody will allow you to have money, to make money. Making money is the hardest thing in life. Even if you go to work, you go to a salaried job, you're not making money. You're paying the company time. Nobody really makes money. Number 5 reason why people are stuck in the neutral gear is that they don't realize that startup is about making mistakes. It's not about a smart guess or smart thinking. They don't want to go in and fail. They think somehow failure is a dishonor. Well, everyone fails. I give you enough reason that everyone fails. Every single person fails. Thomas Edison's first invention was a disaster. He wrote it in his diary. Everyone fails. Failure is the only start. Number 6 reason why people are stuck in the neutral gear is that they always want to keep the idea to themselves. They're trying to prove that I'm good, I'm capable, I'm strong, I'm powerful. Well, in the word entrepreneur, there's no letter I. Okay, there is a letter U in the word entrepreneur, but it's way back in the sequence of letters. A lot of people, if you keep on thinking about the idea that you have to keep a secret, it will never start. It will never get started. If you go to Kickstarter to ask for some secret angel money, the first thing that people do is to copy your idea. Okay? I give you a bonus for watching this compilation. I will keep on throwing some things if I have time. and if I think of something important. A lot of people don't get started because they have this fantasy that startup is easy. Well, startup is the hardest thing. The distance between an idea and a business is very, very long. You have idea, you make a product, you go into market, you make 1 or 2 sales, then you realize this whole thing is wrong, and then you go back to the drawing board. It takes time, takes failures, and then you make a business. And like I said, you spend money to make money. You really don't make money. So I don't want to discourage people from starting up, but you have to realize that there are 2 kinds of startups. One kind is a solo operation. You are just basically making income replacement. That's one type of startup. That small solo operation will never grow, will always be a single person. If you want it to be bigger and if you want the ball to roll, it's very easy. There are 3 books that I recommend. The first book is called The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. The second book is called Ego is My Enemy, Ryan Holiday. Ryan Holiday also wrote a recent book called The Obstacle is a Way. Although this book's trying to tell you is that startup is the hardest thing in life. Hence, you will be the most rewarded once you go through this, whether you fail or not. Okay? Startup is not measured by if you fail or not. You are guaranteed to fail. You are guaranteed to fail 100,000 times. Every day starts with a failure and ends with learning. That's what the startup life is like. If you think of something as easy, if you try to avoid something that's hard, if you avoid anything that you think is hard, like a job, like dealing with a boss, you'll never go anywhere. Startup is the hardest thing in life. It's much harder than an average job, much, much harder than an average job. Never take the easy way. So in reality, I do not recommend anyone to do a startup because many people are ill prepared. But on the other hand, startup is the best learning experience ever in the world. So if anyone wants to start up to experience all the failures, to experience all the growth, I have no problem. But I want you to be fairly warned that startup is a repeated failure after failure. And I hope this gives you a dose of reality. And I really want to stop people who should not be thinking about startups to start up. I don't want everyone to start up because it's painful. But on the other hand, for people who do want to start up, I want to help you get your ball rolling, get the startup ball rolling. I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you in other future episodes. Thank you.